Good morning. How are we doing? So, before we start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Lawrence Ajayi, from the Department of Chemical Engineering, Agricultural University of Technology, Shore, and I'm welcoming everybody to this class, Advanced Excel tutorial. I know it's going to be a wonderful class. Just pay attention and pick one or two things from the class. So, let's go straight to the points. On my screen, you will see a sheet. You see a sheet with different um, components and different layouts. For those that are used with Word documents, this is very similar to what you will see in the Word, in the Microsoft Word, to be precise, Microsoft Word template. So this is Excel, and Excel is a spreadsheet, and Excel is also built basically by Microsoft. Microsoft used by Bill Gates has so many software. Microsoft has Word documents, it has Excel, it has PowerPoint, it has Outlook, it has Microsoft Access. Microsoft even has view sheets for those in chemical engineering and electrical that want to draw flow sheets. So Microsoft is a very big and very wide software firm that produces so many things. So exactly is one of the software produced by Microsoft, and it's all the spreadsheets. And I think from our primary school, we've been exposed to what spreadsheet is. A document whose data is arranged in rows and columns and can be manipulated and used for calculation. So Excel is used for so many things. Excel is used for data analysis. Excel can be used for financial analysis. Excel can be used for data documentation. Can be used as a DB for data storage. Excel can be used to for data visualization, to plot graph, and to visualize graphs. So, as an engineer, what can we use Excel for? Yeah, so I remember during my 400 level IT, I interned at British American Tobacco, and when I was in the interview, my boss asked me if I know how to use Excel. I was like, wow, God, I'm coming from an internship program, an engineering internship program. So, what does Excel have to do um, with the internship? So, I didn't have the knowledge then. So, then, thank God I had some knowledge about programming. I told him I'm a quick learner and I can learn very easily. So I was chosen for internship at the firm, and one of the tasks he gave me to go and do is to learn Excel within a week. So Excel is not a very difficult software to know. It's very simple, very basic, just some logic behind it, and you are good to go, just like Word document. So, and I learned it within few days, and we started with in at bat we document data using Excel. We give out informations to the line workers using Excel. There's various documents that we keep from the number of production we have in a day, the downtime, and the causes of each downtime. We keep those records, and it helps to make better decisions. So, in a production firm, decision is very important. So these are data that helps us to make decisions better. So we use it to plot graph of the production per week, production per month, production per year. So we know which day of the week we have the maximum production. We check the reason why we have the maximum production so as to maximize and optimize the rate of production. So Excel in engineering is basically used to for optimization so as to know. So Excel in engineering can also be used to create models. You want to create a mathematical model instead of you doing it all the time. You can just create we have different type of functions in Excel. We have the built-in functions, the like of sum, the like of average, so many built-in functions. So we also have some user-defined functions. That is, you can also define your own function. So after you creating your model, you can turn it into a function, and you can make use of it at any time in your Excel. So it can also be used to perform some differential equation, some numerical integration, and so many things. I thought it can also be used as a mini database. Once you go deep into programming and you started using Python, or I think Excel, even Aspen ICs, you can import Excel data into these softwares and make use of it. You can use Excel to send data to someone. You can also export this data into Excel sheet. Excel can be used for various things. I remember when I lost my contact, Google helped me to save that contact in an Excel sheet in a CSV format. So there was no. I use Excel for personal use. On my phone, I have Excel. I used to keep. I used it to keep my expense. Use Excel for so many things. So Excel can also be used to fit equation into data. Once you have your data, you can easily plot your graph, plot your pie chart, your bar chart, your you know your 2D graph, 2D plots. Excel can be used to do so many things. So with this like an introduction class, by tomorrow, um, we're going to have a PowerPoint slide. I'll take us through the process of this sheet. So, but it won't be so well if we didn't do one or two things using the sheets. So this is a typical Excel sheet, and when you see so many spreadsheets, they are very similar to this. Google is also building their own. Google has what they call Google Sheets, and I also use that a lot. Same, almost same interface. So you can see in a typical Excel, in a typical spreadsheet, we have rows and column. We have rows and column. This is the row. If you can see my arrow, if you can see my arrow, this is the row. I mean the horizontal lines, they are the row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They are the rows, and that means the alphabet are the rows, and the numerics, they are the rows, and the alphabet, they are the column. You can A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And one thing I would like to tell you that it is unlimited. The numbers are unlimited. Once you keep on working, you have unlimited number of rows. Unlimited. It's unlimited. You can see it is unlimited. You continue. Also, the numbers are unlimited. You continue, keep on pressing, keep on pressing. It's unlimited. As one of the function. You can use it for to keep large data. Can use it to document so many things. So, an intersection between a row and a column is called a cell. So where my box is called a cell. And this cell here is called A1. The column comes first. The column comes first. So if I want to know the position of this cell, you have to call the alphabet first, then followed by the numerics. So this is what cell A1. The next one is cell B1. The next one is C1. The next one is D1. You can also come down. This one is what? This cell here is A2. This one is what? B2, C2, D2. That one is what? A3, B3, and C3, D3. So each intersection between a row and a column is called a cell, and they all cell have unique numbers. They have unique identification, and you can get the content. I mean the value of each cell by referencing the cell. So we're going to get back to that. But this is just an introduction class. So let me just write my title by saying advanced Excel. Sorry. So you can see once you have the content of a cell, once it exceeds the space that you have in the cell, it's going to span out. So you can see from this span Excel is a one cell, that is cell A1. You can see the number of the cell here is A1, but what the content I add there have exceeded the space. So what you can do in this case is either to expand the cell. You can choose to expand the cell. Once you expand the column, all the column of that row will be expounded. So, and if you want to do that, you can press Ctrl Z to go back to Ctrl Z will you undo your changes. So once if you cannot do that, you can also click the cell and come to your right text and you can wrap your text inside it. So let me undo it. I don't want to, let's say for example, I don't want to expand that column, but you also want the content of the cell to expand to other cells. So you can just click on the column and come to your wrap list and you're going to wrap the text inside the column. So it's going to increase the length of that particular row instead of increasing the length of the column. So you can do that. Let me undo the change. And if you don't want that, let's say you want to expand, you want your the content in cell one to span through column A to column E. So you can just highlight the column. For you to highlight the column, right click your mouse and move the mouse to E. So once you have something like this, you can click on merge and center. You can see something like this. It has spanned through column A to column E. That is, has spanned through cell A1 to cell E2. So you can perform various, you can use your word, you can change the text, you can change the font type to Algeria, area black. You can, let me use the normal new Times Roman or Times New Roman. You can change the font size, you can bold it, and there are so many things you can do to it, especially when you are familiar with Word documents. So there's so many things you can do with Excel. There are so many things you can use with Excel. We have so many functions in the home. Where we have paste, we have these ones deal with the fonts, this deal with the arrangement of the cells, that's the alignment. This one is deal with the number format of each cell. You can either change this cell to maybe you want to use currency, you want it to be in date, time, percentage, fraction, science. You also have some conditional formatting. You can say, okay, this we go deep into this one. It goes to the programming aspect of Excel. So you can format the table, you can change the table style. Yet, some of these functions that we have on this tab, they can also be found elsewhere. So we go that. We also have, maybe you want to delete a row, you want to insert a row. Let's say I want to insert a row here now. I can just come here and click insert. So a new row will be inserted. Let me run my Control X. You can also come here and insert the cell. So let me Control Z that also. So and you can also edit, you can sort, you can filter. You know what sort means? You want to rearrange it, you want to filter, you want to get some particular records. So that's about the home tab. You also have the insert tab. So this is where you can plot your chart. You have the different charts. You have your bar chart, your 2D column, 3D column. You have your pivot charts. You have your scattered charts here. You have so many charts. You have your 3D map. You have if you want to input your trend line in your tab, this is where you insert your graph and so many other things. You also have your page layout. If you want to change it from portrait to landscape, you want to change your background, you want to change your grid system. You also have the formula tab, where we have various formulas that do it. You have financial formulas, you have the logical formula. This one deals with programming. You have so many formulas. You have your mathematics. You see, these things is very, very important. I'm going to show you how to make use of it later when we start the class fully. We also, Excel has so many things you still talk about. You also have this, we use this a lot. What if analysis? We use what if analysis a lot. We have basic. We also have one other which I'm going to mention tomorrow. So these are some of the things we also go through. So we have this tab too. We have so many tabs, but not all of them are frequently used tab. You can also I'll also teach you tomorrow how you can create your own tab and customize your tab probably with your the frequently used functions, those things you use frequently, you just want to keep them instead of opening from one tab to another. You just want to keep all your functions in one tab. You also have a way you can add your own tab, customize it with your name. Like I'm Berry Lawrence, I can just have a tab with the name Lawrence. I'm going to teach how you can do that. So sorry, permit me. Yeah, Excel also has what we call micros. We might not go into that in this tutorial. So is like a macros deals more about the programming aspect of Excel. It goes more deep. So we can I will try my best to do a little introduction on micros here. So to enter into an Excel to enter value to an Excel cell, what you simply need to do is just to click on a cell and press any button on your keyboard and you see you have entered. So but once we have various type of content. We have the text and you have the numeric. So if you just want to input a text or you're not doing any calculation, all you just need to do is what to input the data. But assuming you want to perform calculations now, to clear the data here, just come to your keyboard and look for delete. You can delete and you can also edit one. So if you want to perform mathematical calculation, what is important is you need to start with equals to sign. So you need to first start with like equals to sign, and you know what equals to me that is you want to perform a calculation. That is how Excel knows that you want to perform a calculation. Then you can press your word 2 plus 2, then followed by enter. So you see what we have here is what is 4. Excel has performed that calculation automatically. But let's say let me delete that and without starting with an equals to sign, let me just press 2 plus 2 and press enter. Excel will not recognize this as a mathematical equation. It's going to see it as a normal text. It's going to see that as a string. We have various type of data type. We have string data type. We have Boolean data type. That is, Boolean string data type is just your text, and Excel represents that without you writing the equals to. You also have your Boolean, that is your true or false. This is if you are going to use for your logical statement. So Boolean just have two values, true or false. We have um, we have numericals, data type, that is your numbers, and I think those are the three basic data type we have in Excel. So for your mathematical calculation, just first you start with your equals to sign, start with whatever number you want to do, then plus 7. In Excel, we do the calculation for us. So if you want to, you can also use Excel functions. So if you want to write an Excel function, I told you what you have to do is just start with an equals to sign, then start with the name of the function. Start with the name of the function. Let's say you have sum. Let's say you want to perform a summation. You have to add various numbers together. I'm not going into details today. We're going to continue. Start the tutorial for it tomorrow. This is just like an introduction. So S, sum is S. Once you press S, we're going to see a list of all the functions. We have so many built-in functions in Excel. We have so many, so much. So you have to read about each function and to know about it. So you can see we have sum. We have let's say we want to perform addition of numbers from SUN. So once you have some, you see the description of that function. Some add all the numbers in a range of 7. Just press your equals to sign. Let's say your 6, 5. So Excel is going to add the numbers together. So we have so many built-in functions in Excel, and we have so many, and you can also create your own function in Excel. So go and read more about Excel. Excel is very simple. Excel is very straightforward. We are going to stop here today and we're going to continue tomorrow. So if you have any question, you can contact me on this number 070. Let me write it down 6887 0589. I'm going to show you something now. I can write 070 6887 0589. So you can see Excel is seeing it as it's not seeing it as a string here because it's starting with 0. But let me Let me change it to, you can see, let me change it to plus 2, 3, 4. We are still going to talk about all this tomorrow. All this tomorrow. There's just using some number format that we are using there. We're going to check the format tomorrow and you're going to see. So contact me on this number for any question you have. We see you tomorrow. Take care. God bless you. Go and study more about Excel. This is very simple software to use. It's software that there's no firm you want to work. There's no how we're going to use Excel. I've used I mean, chemical engineering students. I've used Excel for data analysis. I've used it for my material balance and energy balance. I've used it to plot data. Your final year program. Once you're doing once you're doing you get some data, right? So and you need to visualize those data. So we use Excel to plot this graph and visualize data. So we'll meet tomorrow, same time. My name is Lawrence Ajayi. Thank you, and God bless you.